Revitalization of Indian agriculture requires a rethinking about the agricultural extension system. Among other experiments to achieve this objective is the Agri-Clinics and Agri-Business Centers scheme. The scheme was designed to train technically qualified agripreneurs to provide quality services to farmers at their doorstep. Launched by 4 partners, an Agri-Clinics and Agri-Business Centers cell was set up at National Institute of Agricultural Extension Management, that is, MANAGE, at Hyderabad. The first small step was taken when the scheme was advertised in all the national newspapers on 27th of February 2002.
February 27th, when the advertisement was published in all newspapers, morning 9 o'clock, we received a telephone call from Rampur, UP. First of all, that person was very happy and he was thanking we people that such a program is launched, and he registered his name. Afterwards, in fact, the responses started pouring in, and an average of 400 to 500 per day. As on 17th, we crossed 7,300 graduates registered for this program. They represent almost all the states. They are young and they are serving, they are old, retired people are there.
The responsibility before us as trainers is to give a direction that all the agripreneurs we are training, they start thinking in terms of a global scale in agriculture. They start comparing their costs, their efficiencies and their standards on a global scale.
We observed through our Krishi Vigyan Kendra that some of the farmers who grew this cumin crop and the local businessmen who were dealing with the pesticides and all this, they misguided and they just wanted to sell their pesticides. So they sold the pesticides and the crop was badly, very badly damaged. Then they approached to our agricultural experts of the university, and then the right type of chemical was recommended. So the right type of technical knowledge is very essential, and the other businessman who is not a technical one is not able to actually recommend a right type of pesticide or the fungicide. So in that case, these agriculture clinic entrepreneurs who got the training, now they would be able to better guide the farmers in the problem case.
Agricultural graduates were provided technical training. But more significantly, the main emphasis was on experiential learning from the field, apart from learning the principles of agribusiness.
Those who are in business for the last 20 years, they could get the real impact of this agribusiness principles actually. They were doing their own business or family business all this time. But exposure to this type of training, they could really get the concept. Not only this technical services, we provided them about the accounting procedures, taxation procedures, and other formalities which they have to be observed in the business.
Training content focus shall be more on learning from experiences and field visits. This was also very well emphasized by our secretary and MD in the morning. I think more on the experiential learning rather than the classroom teaching and other things.
The faculties that is coming for the program is all from the field. In the sense, those who have experienced in agribusiness, entrepreneurs, the banking sectors, they are participating as the resource persons. Therefore, these participants can pose their questions, their needs to them and get clarifications. I have seen that from the university, we have only 10% of the faculty and the 90% are from the field. He was a professor working in the Department of Entomology. He took voluntary retirement. Now he has started his own biofertilizer unit. And he is the right person to share his experience with his own fraternity. Almost every week we are organizing a field visit, either to a successful entrepreneur or to an agribusiness center or to, for example, a seed processing unit or a vermiculture unit. So this would give them an experience as to what these people are doing, or what are their difficulties, problems, their profit.
The heartening thing is that they were so very cooperative and very serious in their business that this was seen in their interactions with the resource persons. In fact, the resource persons were so overwhelmed by the interaction sessions, they said they would not mind coming back once again to interact with these trainees. Now that was the type of seriousness these people showed.
As part of the training, SFAC, NABARD, banks, NGOs and industry came forward to assist the potential agripreneurs to explore various venture possibilities in agriculture and other allied fields.
Now you must be aware about AVSEQ01 in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, which is happening for soybean, wheat and other products. So now the cotton is a very big commercial crop and vegetables are big commercial crop. There is no back-end linkage for supply chain. If the full is integrated, the farmer will know what to grow, when to grow, how to grow, at what cost, where I have to send, and his profitability will definitely improve. And that is a very, very big communication gap between the demand and supply. If that could be tracked, and if agripreneurs are going to provide this type of service to the farmers with the availability of information technology today, I think the whole profile of the farmers can be entirely changed.
There may be problems like salinity. There may be problems of marketing. There may be problems of the admixtures and so many things. Can you do something, soil testing and all those things? If you can identify those activities as your ACE activities and start the business, you will be in a better position to compete with this existing distributors.
You as the future blood of Indian agriculture, you should aim at quality seeds, quality fertilizers and quality pesticides.
We have compiled a complete listing of what are the legal implications or legal requirements of setting up any venture. Mainly we have started off with the first 22 ventures or 21 ventures now, that if you want to set up a cold storage or a cold chain or whatever, what are the certifications you need, what are the clearances from the government you need, what are the legal issues you have to keep in mind before you set up such a venture.
We have a site www.nabard.org. If you access that site, all kinds of model schemes we have put in the site. 25-30 model schemes are there, which are all legitimate projects and which can be changed according to the requirement. Because it is not only the graduates who are providing the consultancy services, but also for taking up some production activities, this kind of schemes we have.
To start new ventures, an entrepreneur has to arrange funds. This is seen as a key hurdle. There was advice for the young, restless agripreneurs and a note of caution. A small beginning, thorough preparation of the project, and a lot of hard work are essential ingredients of success.
We have tried to compile all the Government of India schemes or subsidies, grants which are available, and all this is going to be circulated around to mainly these agri-graduates, so that they know where to tap for these grants and schemes.
What I appeal to you all is, before going to any bank, before approaching any banker, first you should have thorough knowledge of the activity or scheme. First you should be convinced yourself about the scheme. Normally banks look into activity first. You will be under the apprehension that normally banks will insist collateral security. Collateral security is a different part. First you have to establish for what purpose you are going to ask the loan, how you are going to repay it, how you are going to generate income on the activity. These are the main 3 points normally banks look into. Once the activity is convinced, then they will be looking into the quantum. How much exactly you require for this? 35% is bank state and 25% your state. So, and this is not my money, it is public money. We are responsible for the public. So naturally, the banker will definitely provide for you.
You should not take up any venture unless you are convinced that it is profitable. With the existing terms and existing interest rate, existing gestation period, existing margin, existing security norms. So you should get convinced whether I can satisfy the parameters.
He has bigger problems also. You start with small things, do something spectacular, then this industry will run after you, the banker will also run after you.
Will get up to a maximum of 10 lakhs. And if it is a group of 5, they can get loan up to 50 lakhs. And margin money will be determined by the bank as per RBI guidelines. And if margin money, if they are falling short, there is a soft loan margin money scheme of NABARD. From that 50% can be given. This is the scheme. So when we say 10 lakhs, it doesn't mean that everybody will get 10 lakhs. Yes, to have a project which really requires that much. And I would say as an entrepreneur, it is better he starts with a lower capital base.
Exactly. Very important.
Exactly.
Very important.
Very, very important.
Debt
servicing out of the income will be the most difficult thing out of.
At that point of time, the money neither in English nor Hindi. The international language or the national language. He was neither a Telugu Pandit nor a Maratha Pandit. Language of entrepreneur is not the language. Language of entrepreneur is making money out of the soil. Making money out of the sweat. If you are prepared to do that, I think you have a future. Otherwise, you will be only having a certificate of completing 2 months training and sit happily at home and wonder where from Canada will come and I will be manager.
The response from NGOs and agri-industry to assist the young agripreneurs trained under the Agri-Clinics and Agri-Business Center scheme was overwhelming.
A fresh entrepreneur who wanted to do something, he may not have full equity what is required for the banking norms. So we have identified various, the government agency where there is fund available for entrepreneurs. If, for village industries, for example, we have about 4 entrepreneurs selected the vermicomposting with farm, the buffalo farm activity. So for that, actually, even the urban, the municipal corporations are giving land free. Land because it's a solid waste, is a headache, and they have to start a project, solid waste management project before 2004. So they don't have any technologies. Somebody wanted to start, they give the land free dump sites. So the entrepreneur can get land free, and then Khadi village industries, they give equity of 25%. That means anybody starting vermicompost plant in village area or in a urban area, they give 25% equity free. So that equity will come to the bank. So we have lined up bank and Khadi village industry and the entrepreneur, and we train him in the industry.
We had started about 18 centers in 5 districts finally in Andhra Pradesh. The economic input being very high in this initial this thing, we have decided to go in for a franchisee model wherein we invite agricultural graduates to start these centers at their costs, but we would definitely support with the output and input supply systems here. I've got an interactive mode. The whole program goes through a computer in the village with a telephone linkage, and you are always uplink to the head office here, and any problem that you have got can be solved. Plus also your supplies and the technical information on pest and disease controls, etc., weather parameters, everything can be uplinked from the head office to your individual centers.
Guide you people, and we will see that entire thing goes smooth, so that the chain from soil testing to post-harvest mechanism, we will give you the complete comprehensive training to the agri entrepreneur, whoever going to be associated with.
I would like to share my experience in Tamil Nadu. There is one agri entrepreneur in a place called Viluppuram, which is a district quarters today. He has started this type of service center about 12 or 20 years ago, I am not very clear about it. And there are about 32 shops in his town, 32 retail counters. He is basically an agriculture graduate by name Mr. Subramaniam. And in his shop, he has got 7 agriculture graduates who are working today. He is not selling fertilizers, he is selling only pesticides, he is selling seeds, he is selling micronutrients, he is selling the growth regulators. And what he does is, he provides 100% service. He has got no commercial thinking in his back of his mind, and whatever the farmer comes to solution, he is a solution provider. He is only a solution provider, he is not a salesman.
The scheme provides for hand-holding mechanism to continue the assistance to agripreneurs even after they've completed their 8-week training at the selected institutions throughout the country.
Our Vice Chancellor Dr. P.L. Gautam, he gave them full assurance that for any time to come, we will give you full backup as far as the technology is concerned. So whether there is a hand-holding facility or not, the university will ensure every technical help to the participants who are passing from Pannagar. They can come at any time to any faculty.
All the nodal officers from the different training institutions were delighted to report a wide range of success stories of the agripreneurs trained under Agri-Clinics and Agri-Business Center scheme. State governments have also come forward to make it possible for the agripreneurs in their states to succeed.
Out of the 29 candidates, 6 are the successful entrepreneurs already started business. Among them, one woman candidate, along with the support of her husband, who is also a trainee in other institution, started the survey and other formalities for establishing a seed production and also establishing a seed testing laboratory on their own, and looking at the banker's support also as the business going on. And one fresh candidate established already providing services to the turmeric farmers and also facilitating a critical input like Trichoderma viridis, a biofungicide for the soil treatment. And he started business by availing the facility of discount offered from the training institutions for purchasing this thing and distributing to the farmers.
Very happy to say that out of the 21 trainees who passed out of this first training batch, I could get a feedback from 18 of them, and out of this 18, 3 of them have already established their own agri-business ventures, and mind you, they have done it on their own without waiting for the procedures of, say, going to the banks or waiting for the banks to appraise their loans or seeking the NABARD help and all that. 3 of them have successfully launched their ventures. One guy has started marketing of honey on his own, and he is helping the many beekeepers to link them with the corporate firms who are into medicinal, say, what you call processing and all that, for whom honey is a basic input.
Since we are having KVK, we are having seed multiplication unit, so good quantity and quality also we are having seed in our KVK. So on credit basis, we are supplying to them, and they have started their agri service center, and after selling to the farmer, they are repaying to our KVK. So we are also happy that our seed is properly utilized, and they are also happy that they are earning, because whatever money we are charging from them, they are adding something, then only they are selling, and farmers are also very happy. So both are happy, they are generating their self-employment as well as our seed is properly utilized, and farmers are also very happy, they are getting good quality of seed in their own village.
These people came, especially Mr. Pasha, who is the Director of Agriculture Marketing in the Government of Karnataka. As soon as he saw the contents of our training and he interacted with the candidates, he made an announcement right there during the training session that any person who gets a certificate that he has been trained in this SFAC program, I would write to that particular APMC to issue a trader's license immediately, otherwise it's a very long procedure. So this was one immediate success I can say we had. Then the Commissioner to Agriculture, in his discussions with Mr. Sudhir Kumar, has already come forward to hand over the soil testing labs on lease basis to the people who have undergone this training, which means, they don't have to invest a lot of money and wait for the returns to come. They can start their business immediately.
What we were dreaming just few months before is a reality now. We have 12,000 applications as on date. We network with 45 organizations throughout the country. Out of that, 17 training programs are completed, and other 8 training programs are going on. And we are sitting here today not only to review the training programs, but also to reorient the whole training program so that the experiences of first batch will be an input for the future training programs to come. Today, we are not only happy with the numbers, what I just quoted, we are also very much focused on the quality.
They told that आपने हमें बुला के हमारी जिंदगी बदल दी. One of the participants he told that कि सर आपका फ़ोन आया और मैं इस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम को अटेंड करने आया, लेकिन 2 महीने बाद मुझे ऐसा महसूस हो रहा है कि आपके उस फ़ोन कॉल ने मेरा पूरा जीवन बदल दिया।
Yes, a small step is transforming the lives of many young men and women. For them and the Indian farmer, it's a giant leap forward.